Oh, you got to be on autopilot, but you must make an adjustment. So you know, we spend the life of ourselves on autopilot, but we don't know. We are on autopilot. An autopilot adjustment. Autopilot adjustment. You are one thing here. You are another thing in those city walls. You are another thing. Tick, 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 tick. Happy New Year. Happy birthday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tick, tick, tick. You got ticks. You're a whole different thing out here. You can barely hear the motorcycle. Let it accent. Every step I take on this ground, I feel bad about stepping on the grass. I mean, on the, I don't know, whatever the class. We got too much class, but whatever the ground plant is, but it makes it stronger too. Because next year, it'll come back even stronger. Look at these right here. So, I mean, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was walking, immersed here in nature. Like I haven't felt this deep since I left the mountains. Because I still had my nature, or you want to call it native object logic. You know, universal native object logic, you know. That and to be back here immersed, oh my gosh, what it's like, why do we feel tingles in our hands? The energy running through. I mean, when we die, our biology is still here. Where do we go? I feel like I'm like actually elevated above the ground. I mean, like the plants I was worried about stepping on, I'm floating over and they're carrying me. It is a deep feeling when you leave the gory, Gregorian, flat ball God food life that is created. No E equals MC squared. No patterns of the universe. These patterns, when I was a little kid, I felt like, I looked into the stars and I looked at my body. I go, those are little parts of me. And I am parts of it. Those are cells. When I heard the word cells, and I was got the little cells. Every star is a cell. Well, since that time and through all of the physics of living, immersed in nature. I mean, the first 30 years of my life, I taught snow skiing, skied half the days of my life. Totally a kinetic life. And my next videos will have to do with knocking the babble out of our heads so we can live this energy-free feeling inside. I swear, when you're in tune with where the patterns, I mean, you look at a grain of sand and you see a star. You look at one of these little pieces of grass and you see the energy running through who you are. You see this little swale, if that's what you want to call it. And you drool in your mouth. I mean, You aren't the same person you were 20 years ago. Every cell is different. Every cell, 20, 30. Come on. Come home to the reality that you cannot unsee. Hi, Buzz Buzz. Oh, and look. Hope you got to see them. They were very pretty. I always trick them. I feel guilty when I do the hogs. They're out working, you know, and I go. And if it's a boy, it'll circle you because they're like, that's the sound that they use to scare up prey. And so if you use that, you know, if you're looking into a whole bunch of, you know, tundra, for lack of a better term, then you can, you know, you'll get, you know, you'll see, you can get something right across the open area if you go, because everybody knows, oh crap, there's a hawk in the area. But that's the same. Oh, the cops are in the area. But the cops, oh my gosh. You know, imagine a world where we open our arms and we go, how can you breach your integrity like that? How can you? Because the energy we feel through this crowd, oh my gosh, it transfers everywhere. You have to take yourself and come off, you know, autopilot's cool. If you're in tune with this, autopilot's not cool. If you don't know, E equals MC squared or nothing. If you're processing the world and you cannot point at it like a whole day of life, no words. You know, I mean, it's like, okay. You can do it. One day of your life, no talking. And then imagine the whole your world, no matter the language. One day of just gesture. We can grunt. And we could go like, I don't know, I know Boss probably, hey Bossy, you do that to your dog, you'll know if they're hungry. I mean, that's like, hello, are you hungry? It's not your dog anyway. Life can't own life. Hell, we barely, in our species, we don't even own ourselves. Because we're on autopilot. But autopilot adjustment. That's what G-Timers does, is like, here's this physical world that I don't even know. It's just beginning to be explored. But the kids are made for it. So, friends, I gotta float away on the energy. And I love you. Whoa. 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 Whoa.